You've been told that you need to constantly improve yourself, to fix your flaws, and to become a better version of who you are. But what if that endless pursuit of self-improvement is actually keeping you trapped in a cycle of self-criticism, judgment, and a constant sense of inadequacy? What if I told you that this obsession with fixing yourself is actually preventing you from embracing your whole self, from recognizing your inherent worth, and from creating a life that is truly fulfilling? This isn't another self-help video that promises to fix what's broken. This is a no BS look at the often harmful world of self-improvement, exposing how it can reinforce your insecurities and offering you a path to self-acceptance by understanding that you are already whole and you do not need fixing. You are about to learn how to step out of the shadows of self-judgment and into the light of authentic self-love. You're on a mission, a relentless pursuit to fix yourself, to become a better version of who you are. You've been told that you need to constantly improve, that you need to eliminate your flaws, and that until you're perfect, you'll never be worthy of happiness, success, or love. But what if that constant focus on fixing yourself is actually keeping you insecure, preventing you from experiencing true self-acceptance, and holding you back from creating a life that is truly fulfilling? It is time to expose the harmful cycle that is the self-improvement trap. This isn't about rejecting the value of growth or denying the importance of personal evolution. This is about challenging the idea that you are somehow broken, that you need to be fixed, that you are somehow incomplete, and that you need to be something you are not. It's about recognizing that the pursuit of self-improvement, when driven by self-judgment and insecurity, can become a never-ending cycle of frustration, a continuous chase after an illusion of perfection that will always be out of your reach. It is time to step out of that treadmill. It is time to embrace yourself as you are, because there is nothing wrong with you. You are already whole, you are already complete, and you are already worthy. This isn't a weakness or an excuse to never try to improve. It is about accepting yourself so you can finally be free from that internal pressure of constant self-criticism, and you can start focusing on your strengths instead. You do not have to be perfect to be worthy. This constant quest for improvement often stems from a deep-seated belief that you are somehow not enough, that there is something fundamentally flawed about you, and that you need to change in order to be acceptable, in order to be worthy of love, and that you need to fit into some mold that is never going to be a perfect fit for your unique self. This idea that you are not good enough creates a never-ending cycle that feeds into self-doubt, anxiety, and depression. This self-improvement trap often encourages you to focus on your weaknesses, on the parts of yourself that you dislike, and on the things that you believe you need to change. It is as if you are constantly trying to fix a machine that is not broken by replacing parts that are not faulty. You are so focused on what you believe you lack that you are completely ignoring all the amazing things you possess, the unique qualities, and the inherent value that already exists within you. You are not broken. You are a beautiful human being that is flawed and imperfect, just like everyone else. You are a perfect combination of light and darkness, of strengths and vulnerabilities, and all these parts are required to create the person that you are today. Instead of focusing on the things that you believe are wrong with you, it is time to start loving all parts of yourself, to embrace your imperfections, and to recognize all the ways that you are already amazing. This relentless pursuit of self-improvement also leads to a form of self-judgment, where you're constantly criticizing yourself, where you are constantly measuring yourself against impossible standards, and where you are never truly satisfied with who you are. This is a constant form of self-punishment that will never lead you to self-acceptance, and that will always keep you striving for something that is unattainable. It is time to stop fighting with yourself and to start being on your own side, because you are worthy of love, support, and acceptance, especially from yourself. It's time to recognize that the idea that you need to be constantly fixing yourself is a myth, a harmful message that keeps you trapped in a cycle of self-doubt and insecurity, a never-ending quest for perfection that will always leave you feeling lacking. The answers you seek will never be found outside of yourself. They will only be discovered in the depths of your heart. This is not about giving up on growth. It's about choosing a different path, a path that is rooted in self-acceptance, in self-compassion, and in the unwavering belief that you are already enough. It's time to stop trying to fix what is not broken, and instead to learn how to love and embrace all of who you are as you are right now. We've explored the myth of self-improvement and how it promotes a harmful sense of inadequacy. Now, let's delve deeper into the paradoxical nature of this quest, understanding how the very act of trying to fix yourself can actually reinforce your insecurities, perpetuating a cycle of self-doubt, fear, and a constant need for external validation. It is time to understand that when you constantly chase perfection, you are not moving towards it, you are actually moving away from it. This paradox is rooted in a fundamental misunderstanding of self-love, often confusing it with a relentless pursuit of self-perfection, that you must achieve something or become someone else in order to be loved, respected, or accepted, when the truth is that you are worthy just as you are, and without needing to change. You have to let go of the need to be perfect so you can finally embrace all of yourself in all of your glorious imperfection. The problem with constantly trying to fix yourself is that it reinforces the idea that you are somehow broken, that you are flawed, and that you are not good enough as you are. It's like trying to repair a machine that is not malfunctioning by constantly trying to replace parts that are perfectly functional, but that you perceive to be in need of repair. This perpetuates a cycle of self-doubt, where you are always searching for flaws and deficiencies, and you are never truly at peace with who you are. This creates a sense of pressure to constantly perform, to always be improving, and to always be striving to achieve some idealized version of yourself, while completely ignoring all of the valuable qualities that you already possess. It is a never-ending battle with yourself. This constant pressure to be better than what you are can often lead to anxiety, stress, and a deep sense of inadequacy that you are never good enough. This makes you feel like you are constantly falling short of an impossible standard, and that no matter how much you try, it will never be enough. Furthermore, this constant focus on self-improvement often leads to a form of self-criticism, where you are constantly judging yourself, comparing yourself to others, and focusing on your perceived shortcomings, instead of appreciating your strengths, your accomplishments, and all of your beautiful and unique qualities. You are constantly beating yourself up and constantly telling yourself that you are not good enough, and you are not worthy of anything good. This also often leads to a need for external validation. You will try to get that validation from the outside world because you cannot find it within. You will be trying to seek the approval of others, hoping that their praise will make you feel better about yourself. But you will always be left wanting more because you are not listening to your own inner voice. You are hoping that their opinion will be enough to change your view of yourself, but that is impossible. It must always come from you. The truth is, true self-worth cannot be found in external achievements, in the opinions of others, or in the pursuit of perfection. It's about cultivating a deep and unwavering acceptance of your whole self, with all your strengths and with all your imperfections, knowing that you are already worthy, that you are already good enough, and that you are already complete. It is time to stop trying to fix yourself and to start loving yourself completely and unconditionally. This endless quest for self-improvement, when driven by self-judgment and insecurity, is not only ineffective but also counterproductive, and it will keep you trapped in a cycle of self-doubt, fear, and a constant need for external approval. The more you try to fix yourself, the more you will reinforce the belief that you are broken. The more you strive for perfection, the more you will feel inadequate. It's time to recognize that you are whole, you are complete, and you are beautiful, just as you are. We've explored the self-improvement paradox, understanding how the constant quest for perfection keeps you insecure. Now, let's delve into the transformative power of embracing your whole self, flaws and all. Understanding that your imperfections are not a sign of weakness, but simply a part of your unique human experience, and that by embracing them, you will be able to see yourself with greater compassion and greater understanding. It's time to choose acceptance over self-criticism. This isn't about settling for less or about making excuses for harmful behavior. It is about acknowledging that you are not perfect and that you will always have areas where you can grow. It is about understanding that your imperfections are not a barrier to self-love, but an integral part of your unique story, and that you will not be perfect. And that's okay, because the world would not be a beautiful place if everyone was the same. Embracing your whole self involves accepting the parts of yourself that you might have been trying to hide, to change, or to deny, because those parts are also contributing to the person that you are today. These can be qualities that you might not like, traits that make you feel insecure, or mistakes that you have made in the past. Instead of trying to suppress them, to ignore them, or to hide them, you must choose to see them with compassion, curiosity, and with a willingness to understand their origins. This is not about glorifying your weaknesses or about identifying with your flaws. It's about recognizing that they are simply parts of who you are, that you are more than your flaws, that you are more than your mistakes, and that you are capable of so much more. They are not what defines you. They are simply part of your story, and you must embrace them to become whole. This also means that you must let go of the need to compare yourself to others, to understand that you are not competing with anyone, and that you are on your own unique path. It is in this journey that you will grow. You have your own unique timeline, your own unique experiences, and your own unique set of strengths and weaknesses. Your job is to embrace the totality of who you are, not to try and fit in someone else's mold. Embracing your whole self is not about focusing on either your strengths or your weaknesses. It is about recognizing that both are necessary, that they are intertwined, and that you need both to create a life that is truly authentic. The goal is to see the beauty of your messy and imperfect humanity, to recognize that everything that has happened to you, good or bad, has led you to where you are today. This is not a path towards complacency. This is a path towards freedom. This is not about giving up on growth. It's about approaching self-improvement from a place of self-love, not from a place of self-judgment. It's about understanding that you are already whole, you are already complete, and that you are already worthy of love, acceptance, and joy, just as you are. You are not broken, you are simply human. It is time to embrace all parts of yourself, to see your flaws as opportunities for growth, to celebrate your strengths, and to make the conscious decision to finally accept yourself, completely, powerfully, and authentically, just as you are, in this moment and forever after. This is where you embrace your humanity. This is where you step into your true power, and this is where you start to be yourself, without apology, without shame, and without regret. We've explored how to embrace your whole self, flaws and all, recognizing that imperfections are an integral part of the human experience. Now let's delve into the concept of living from wholeness, understanding that true well-being is not about trying to fix yourself, but about choosing to live from a place of acceptance, from a place of self-compassion, and from a place of unwavering belief in your own inherent worth. It is from that space of wholeness that you can truly thrive. This isn't about achieving a state of perfection or about arriving at a destination where you have finally overcome all of your flaws. It is about creating a foundation of self-acceptance that is not dependent on external validation or on achieving certain goals or on living an existence that is free from imperfections and from challenges. You must understand that those things are not possible. This is about understanding that you are whole and you are complete right now, in this very moment, without needing to change anything about yourself. Living from wholeness is about recognizing that you are not defined by your past mistakes, by your current circumstances, or by the opinions of others. You are defined by the love, the joy, the compassion, and the strength that resides within you. When you connect to this inner truth, you will stop searching for validation outside of yourself, and you will recognize that you are already enough. This is not about being complacent. It's about understanding that your worth isn't conditional, and that you do not have to earn it or to deserve it. You have an inherent value that is independent of anything you do, of anything that you achieve, or of anything you have. It is in that knowledge that you are finally free to become the best version of yourself. Living from wholeness also requires you to cultivate a deep sense of self-trust, to believe in your ability to make choices that are right for you, to navigate the complexities of life, and to create a path that is aligned with your values and your heart. This is about listening to your intuition, about honoring your inner voice, and about allowing yourself to be guided by the wisdom that resides within you. This is about becoming your own authority. It is about moving beyond the need to compare yourself to others, to understand that everyone's path is different, and that you are not on a race to get somewhere that is outside of yourself. It is time to embrace your own unique journey, and to trust that you are exactly where you need to be, and to understand that the only person that you are meant to be is you. It is in this place of wholeness that you will finally be free to explore, to create, and to contribute to the world without the need for external validation, without the burden of self-judgment, and without the illusion of perfection. Living from wholeness is not a destination. It's a way of being, a continuous journey towards a more authentic and empowered life that is not only fulfilling for yourself, but for the world around you. It is a reminder that you are already whole right now, and that you have the power to create a life of joy, of meaning, and of love. Everything we've explored today has led to one powerful truth. The secret to real self-love isn't found in the superficial practices that are often promoted. It is found in the radical acceptance of your whole self, flaws and all. You've seen how the quest for self-improvement can often reinforce feelings of inadequacy, how ignoring your imperfections can lead to denial, and how relying on external validation is a trap that will always lead to disappointment. And you have been empowered to embrace yourself with compassion, with understanding, and with kindness. It's time to step away from that self-love myth and embrace a life rooted in authenticity, self-respect, and in the knowledge that you are worthy, just as you are, without the need to change. It is time to recognize that the journey is not about trying to become perfect. It is about embracing the perfection of your imperfection. You are the only one who can truly define your worth. You have now been equipped with the understanding to move beyond self-judgment, to embrace all parts of yourself, and to choose a life that is not based on the constant need to fix yourself, but on the beauty of your unique and authentic being. This isn't just about feeling better about yourself. It's about stepping into your full power and living a life that is grounded in self-acceptance, self-compassion, and unwavering self-love. Take a moment to reflect on the journey you've been on, to acknowledge how far you've come, and to embrace the present moment with all your imperfections. Commit to living a life that is rooted in genuine self-love, a love that is not conditional, that is not based on external validation, but on the unwavering truth that you are worthy, just as you are. The power to embrace yourself has always been within you. Now go out there and live it and truly thrive. You've now seen how the endless pursuit of self-improvement can actually fuel insecurity. Now you are ready to explore the true power of embracing your whole self, with all of your flaws, with all of your imperfections, and with all of your unique qualities, in order to create a life that is authentic and meaningful. What if the path to true well-being isn't about constantly trying to fix yourself, but about embracing your whole self, flaws and all? What if the key to genuine self-love lies not in the pursuit of perfection, but in the radical acceptance of your imperfections? This is about moving beyond the limitations of self-improvement and recognizing the inherent worth that resides within you, just as you are. It's time to stop seeing yourself as broken and to start embracing the messy, complicated, and beautiful human being that you are. This is where you stop hiding from yourself and where you start to embrace all parts of who you are, with kindness, understanding, and unwavering self-acceptance. You must stop focusing on the idea of becoming someone you are not, and to simply be in all your messy, complex, and beautiful humanity. This is not about identifying with your flaws, it is about accepting that they exist, that they are part of your story, and that they often hold valuable lessons that you can use for growth and evolution. It's time to stop seeing those parts as something to be ashamed of, and instead to start understanding their impact on your life and their contribution to the person you are today. You are more than your flaws. They do not define you, and they do not diminish your worth. You are a beautiful and unique individual with your own set of strengths, your own set of challenges, and your own unique perspective. Your journey is yours alone, and that journey should be explored by embracing all of the parts that make up the whole of who you are. This acceptance of your whole self is not a destination, but a continuous journey, a process of learning, growth, self-discovery, and a commitment to love yourself unconditionally. And that will help you create a strong internal foundation that will withstand any storm and any challenge that life throws your way. You will become less affected by the judgments of others, and you will become more in tune with your own inner guidance. You will no longer be hiding, you will be showing the world who you are, flaws and all. It is also in those flaws that you will find empathy, compassion, and understanding for others, as you will realize that your struggles are not unique, but part of the common human experience. You will also find a sense of connection with the people around you. You must learn to embrace the imperfection, to appreciate the mess, and to see the beauty of the unique combination of qualities that create the person you are. This isn't about self-pity or making excuses for harmful behaviors. It's about understanding that imperfections do not make you less than others, or that they make you unworthy, and that they are often the very traits that will make you unique and that make you connect with others. They are an essential part of what makes you human, and a part of the beautiful tapestry that is your life. So it's time to not only embrace them, but to celebrate them, as a reminder that you are authentic and unique. It is in this acceptance of your whole self that you will find true self-love, not a superficial feeling, but an unshakable belief in your own worth, a profound sense of inner peace, and the freedom to live a life that is truly authentic, fulfilling, and meaningful. You will be free. We've explored the power of self-compassion and the importance of treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer to a dear friend. Now let's focus on building a strong foundation of self-acceptance, and understand that self-love is not about achieving perfection. It's about becoming your own greatest supporter. This involves choosing kindness over self-judgment, empathy over criticism, and acceptance over the desire for change. And it will allow you to truly see yourself with love. This is about making the conscious decision to treat yourself with the same grace, understanding, and compassion that you offer to others. It's about becoming your own best friend, about listening to your own needs, and about offering yourself words of encouragement and comfort, especially during difficult times. It is about stopping the negative self-talk and replacing those words with messages that are loving and supportive. It is about finally choosing to be on your own side. Self-compassion is not a one-time act. It's an ongoing practice that requires consistent effort, self-awareness, and a willingness to be patient with yourself, recognizing that you are going to make mistakes and that you will need to choose to move past them with forgiveness and kindness. You must learn to see your mistakes as valuable learning opportunities, not as a sign of failure. You must treat yourself as a student that is on a learning journey. This is where you stop comparing yourself to others, to recognize that your path is unique and that your strengths and weaknesses are different from the person standing next to you, or in the image that you have created in your mind of how you should be. You are you, and that is powerful. It's also about learning to celebrate your successes no matter how small, to acknowledge your progress, and to honor all the steps you take towards your goals. It's time to stop looking at the things you are not, and to start recognizing everything you already are. This will allow you to move with greater confidence and with a deep sense of inner peace. You have what it takes. Self-compassion requires you to let go of the pressure to be perfect. It is time to stop judging yourself harshly and to start acknowledging your strengths and all of the great qualities that you have. This will create a cycle of love where you will not only be loving yourself, but you will also start loving your life, and that love will extend to all those around you. This is the path to real well-being. This is where freedom lies. We've explored the importance of embracing your whole self, flaws and all, and we have discussed the power of self-compassion. Now let's delve into how to practically integrate these principles into your daily life to create a life that is rooted in authentic self-love, and to make sure that your life is a reflection of that inner understanding of your inherent worth, and not based on external validation. This isn't about grand gestures or dramatic pronouncements. It's about the small, consistent choices that you make every day that will shape your self-perception and create an internal foundation that is built on self-respect. It is in the present moment that you are creating the future. This involves being mindful of your self-talk, those internal dialogues you have with yourself, making sure to choose words that are kind, supportive, and encouraging, and not critical or judgmental. This is where you learn to choose your words carefully so they build up and empower, instead of breaking you down. It's time to stop being your own worst critic and start being your own biggest cheerleader, because you are worthy of all the love, compassion, and understanding that you give to others. You must give them to yourself as well. It also involves creating a daily practice of self-care, intentionally choosing activities that nourish your mind, body, and spirit, and by making time for rest, for recreation, and for the things that you love without guilt and without shame. This is not selfish. This is a vital part of self-love that is often overlooked. You are the most important project that you will ever work on, and you must always prioritize your well-being. This also requires you to set healthy boundaries with others, to learn how to say no to requests that drain your energy or that compromise your values, and to choose to spend time with people that value you, respect you, and that support your growth, and to distance yourself from those that do not. You are choosing to build a community around you that will only enhance your journey and that will reflect your understanding of self-love. It's about creating a space where you are safe, you are respected, and you are valued. Furthermore, you must practice self-compassion, not just when things are going well, but also during challenging times, to be patient with yourself, to forgive yourself for your mistakes, and to remind yourself of your worth even when you are feeling down. When you are having a hard time, remember to offer yourself the kindness, the love, and the support that you offer to others. You must be your own best friend. Living a life rooted in self-respect isn't about achieving a perfect version of yourself. It's about embracing the present version of yourself, with all your flaws, with all your imperfections, and with all of your unique qualities. It's about making the choice to be authentically yourself, to honor your needs, and to trust in your own inherent worth. And that is where you find the greatest source of power. We've explored the importance of self-compassion, of embracing your imperfections, and of cultivating self-respect. Now, let's delve into the culmination of all these practices. How to create a life that is rooted in authentic self-love. A life where you can truly thrive by understanding that you are already worthy, you are already complete, and that you are already enough just as you are right now and forever after. It's time to live in that truth. This isn't about trying to force yourself to feel good or about putting on a mask to hide your vulnerabilities from the world. It's about creating an inner foundation of unwavering self-acceptance that is not dependent on external validation, but that is rooted in the deepest understanding of your inherent worth. You must understand that your value is not defined by your achievements, by your possessions, or by the opinions of others. Your value is inherent to who you are, and nothing can ever take that away from you. This involves choosing to be your own best friend, offering yourself unwavering kindness, support, and understanding, especially during difficult times. You must learn to see yourself with the same compassion, with the same grace, and with the same love that you offer to others, without judgment and without conditions. It is time to start valuing yourself as much as you value your loved ones. This also means learning to trust your intuition, to honor your needs, and to make choices that are aligned with your values and with your authentic self, and that you are not betraying yourself for the sake of others, but that you are making decisions that are rooted in your deepest truths, because it is in that alignment that you will find real happiness. It is time to honor your own path. It's about recognizing that you are not a project that needs to be fixed, but a whole and complete human being with the power to create a life that is rich in meaning, purpose, and joy. This isn't about perfection, it's about progress, about continually striving to become a more compassionate, more authentic, and more empowered version of yourself. You are always growing, and that journey is the most beautiful part of this process. Living a life rooted in authentic self-love is a continuous journey of self-discovery, self-acceptance, and self-compassion. It's a journey that will challenge you, that will inspire you, and that will ultimately lead you to a life that is not only fulfilling but also truly your own. This is the foundation for a life that is rooted in joy, that is driven by purpose, that embraces your vulnerability, and that celebrates your worth. You are worthy just as you are, without any need to change or to achieve more. It is time to own that truth. We've explored the superficiality of conventional self-love and the importance of embracing your whole self, flaws and all, and we have reached the end of this journey. Now it is time to live by what you have learned, by making the conscious choice to make your own well-being your greatest priority. It's time to stop searching for self-love and to start living it, completely, powerfully, and authentically. The power to create a life rooted in self-respect and genuine self-love has always been within you. Now it's time to embrace it, to own it, and to live it. You've now explored the power of self-compassion and how to embrace all of your imperfections with kindness and understanding. Now you are ready to discover the true meaning of self-love as the foundation for living a fulfilling life and to create a life that is built on self-respect, self-trust, and authentic joy. What if the key to lasting well-being isn't about achieving more, but about cultivating a life that nourishes your soul, a life that sustains your energy, and a life that is aligned with your values? What if the answer to the burnout and the emptiness that often accompanies the hustle culture is found not in more productivity, but in choosing to live in a more intentional way? It's time to explore the concept of sustainable living, moving beyond the cycle of endless striving, and creating a life that is rooted in balance, purpose, and authentic joy. This is where you choose to prioritize your well-being and to make that a foundation for all that you do. This isn't about dismissing the value of hard work or the need to strive for your goals. This is about recognizing that the constant glorification of hustle has created a harmful environment that is not about genuine achievement, but about a never-ending pursuit of more and more without a clear purpose. It's about understanding that you cannot pour from an empty cup, that constant work without rest will lead you to exhaustion, and that a life that is not balanced will never allow you to experience true and genuine fulfillment. It is time to start choosing yourself. A sustainable life requires that you understand your limits and that you are able to create practices that help you manage your energy by prioritizing activities that nourish your mind, your body, and your soul. This requires you to be proactive and to understand what your needs are, so you can consciously choose activities that provide you with rest and energy. It's about recognizing that you are your most valuable asset and that you must protect it. This is not about being lazy or about avoiding hard work. It is about choosing to live intentionally, to set clear boundaries, to say no to activities that drain you, and to say yes to activities that nourish you, by understanding that you have a limited amount of time and energy and that you must use it wisely. This is about creating balance, and this is where you will find peace. It's also about making choices that align with your values and with your passions, so you can create a life that is not just productive, but also rich in meaning and in purpose. It is about recognizing that you are not just here to perform tasks, you are here to create, to inspire, and to make a positive impact on the world, so you will act with intention. You will be driven by passion, and you will find joy in your daily life. This is what truly matters. This requires that you to redefine your understanding of success, to move beyond the endless pursuit of external achievements, and to start focusing on creating a life that is balanced, that is sustainable, and that is deeply rooted in your well-being. It is in your health that you will find your true power. This is the foundation for lasting joy. This also means making time for rest, for reflection, and for activities that allow you to recharge your batteries, so you can continue your journey with enthusiasm, with passion, and with joy. This is not a luxury, this is a necessity, and it will make all the difference, not only in your personal life, but in your ability to create meaningful work. It is time to start honoring your needs, so you can shine. We've explored how to create a sustainable life by choosing to nourish your soul and to prioritize your well-being. Now let's delve into how to redefine productivity, moving beyond the traditional focus on output and achievement, and towards a more holistic understanding of how to use your time and energy in ways that are truly meaningful and impactful, and to create a life that is both productive and fulfilling. This is where you learn to work with your mind, your body, and your soul. This isn't about rejecting the importance of action or the need to accomplish meaningful tasks. It is about choosing intention over endless activity, and about shifting your focus from quantity to quality, from the never-ending pursuit of more to the conscious creation of impact. This is about taking the time to understand why you do what you do, and if it is truly important to you, and if it is truly making a difference. True productivity is about choosing to focus on the tasks that align with your values, with your passions, and with your purpose. This is not about being busy, it's about being intentional. It's about using your unique talents and skills to contribute to something that is larger than yourself. It's about focusing on actions that create long-lasting change, that produce real and tangible results, and that inspire and empower others. It is time to choose what truly matters. It's about learning to prioritize tasks based on their importance, not just their urgency, and learning to let go of the need to do everything yourself, or to always be the one who is working the hardest. This is about learning to delegate tasks that do not require your unique skills, and to delegate your tasks to a system that allows you to focus on what you do best. It's about making the most of your time by choosing activities that are fulfilling and that contribute to your long-term goals. This involves bringing a sense of mindfulness to your work, being present in each task and engaging with it fully with focus and intention. It is about creating a connection between yourself and your work, so it can be a source of joy, of meaning, and of fulfillment. This is where you find true happiness. It also requires that you recognize that true productivity is not just about individual achievements. It's also about collaboration, about connection, and about creating a supportive environment that allows everyone to thrive and to contribute their best work. It is about moving past competition and embracing a sense of community where everyone is working together with purpose and with passion. It's about recognizing that when you help others, you are also helping yourself. This requires a conscious choice to focus on meaningful tasks, to choose collaboration over competition, and to align your work with your values, so you can create a life that is not only productive, but also deeply purposeful and incredibly fulfilling. We've explored the importance of living in alignment with your values and how to make decisions that honor your true self. Now let's focus on the power of embracing uncertainty, understanding how to trust that the unknown can lead to extraordinary experiences. This isn't about avoiding the unpredictable, it's about choosing to navigate it with grace, resilience, and a deep sense of self-trust. By understanding that you are not meant to have all the answers, and that the most meaningful part of the journey is the discovery process itself. Life is not a straight line, it is a series of twists and turns, of unexpected detours and of constant changes. When you embrace uncertainty, you are understanding that you cannot control everything, that life is often unpredictable, and that your job is to navigate these moments with grace, courage, and an open heart. And that in the unexpected changes often lies the most valuable experiences that can change you for the better. You are letting go of the illusion of control, that you do not have to figure it all out, that you do not need to have all the answers, and that you can trust in your ability to handle whatever comes your way. It's about making the conscious choice to step into the unknown with a sense of wonder, with a sense of curiosity, and with a deep belief in your own capacity to adapt, to learn, and to grow from every experience. You will stop needing all the answers and start to learn to trust that you have everything you need within you. This involves embracing change, to see it not as a threat, but as an opportunity for growth, as a chance to explore new possibilities and to discover new strengths. It is about moving beyond the familiar and to try something different. This requires that you to let go of the need for predictability and to learn to be comfortable with ambiguity and with the inherent uncertainty of life. It is a continuous process, a constant journey of discovery and exploration. When you fully embrace uncertainty, you become more resilient. You are able to adapt to changing circumstances. You are no longer rigid in your thinking, and you are more willing to take risks, knowing that the universe will always support you. It will open you up to new experiences, to unexpected adventures, and to connections you never thought possible, because you are not trying to control every single detail of your life. Furthermore, you will start seeing the wisdom in the detours you will find in your life, because you understand that the path you thought you were going on may not be the path that is right for you, and that the path that you are on right now will eventually lead you to the places where you are meant to be. The universe is not against you, it's with you, and it is always guiding you to your highest potential. You must trust the process. We've explored the power of embracing uncertainty and of trusting in the journey. Now it's time to integrate all of these ideas, to understand that the key to creating a sustainable life that is rich in purpose is not about following some predetermined path, but about aligning your actions with your values, with your passions, and with your true self, and to release the need to control every single aspect of your journey, and to let go of the illusion of needing to be perfect. You must understand that you are capable of creating a life that is both meaningful and sustainable, that is rich in experiences and full of joy, and that in order to reach this, you will not need to constantly push yourself to the limit, or to sacrifice your well-being for external validation, or for an illusion of achievement. It is in your choice to live a life that is guided by intention, compassion, and a profound understanding of your own inherent worth, that you will find real happiness. This is about creating a life that is aligned with your soul, and not based on what you think you should be, or on what others are telling you to do. This is about choosing to live a life that is true to yourself, that honors your values, and that embraces the beauty, the mess, and the wonder of the human experience. It is time to create a life where you are free. Everything we've explored today has led to this. The endless pursuit of productivity is not the path towards well-being, and that you have to create a life that supports your true nature. This requires you to prioritize intention and to embrace the beauty of rest, as a necessary component to your well-being. You have all the tools, you have all the knowledge, and you have the ability to create a life that is truly meaningful and truly sustainable. You just have to choose it. It is time to create a life that is not driven by hustle, but by intention. A life that is not fueled by endless striving, but by the power of rest. A life that is based on the values of sustainability, meaning, and genuine fulfillment. You are not meant to burn out. You are meant to shine. It's time to choose that path. That's it. You now understand the myth of productivity, and you are equipped to create a life that is balanced, sustainable, and deeply rooted in purpose. You've learned that true success is not about endless hustle, but about choosing intention, about embracing rest, and about creating a life that nourishes your soul. So now go out there and create a life that is both productive and truly fulfilling, with purpose, joy, and self-love.